Football isn't always about skill or glory. Sometimes it's about chaos, pain, and tackles so brutal they leave players and fans in shock. Today we're counting the most ruthless fouls that shook the world of football. Messi was taken down with a vicious tackle. No debate. A red card was fully deserved. Manchester United versus Leeds. Roy Keane versus Alf-Inge Haaland. A brutal tackle left Haaland with a torn ACL. Years later, Keane admitted in his autobiography that he meant to hurt him. It remains one of the darkest rivalries in football history. 2018 World Cup Final, France versus Argentina. Tamendi swung wildly at Pogba, risking serious injury with every motion. Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. A time-wasting throw-in led to a player being sent off, and someone literally lost teeth on the field. The worst foul Neymar ever took almost left him paralyzed. A terrifying moment in the 2014 World Cup quarterfinals against Colombia. High foot, straight to the head. Dangerous, reckless, unforgettable. In Chinese football, Oscar took a brutal stomp right to the face. Football there is rough and dangerous. World Cup semi-final, 1982. France versus West Germany. Patrick Battiston raced through on goal. Goalkeeper smashed into him without touching the ball. Battiston lost consciousness, teeth, and suffered spinal injuries. No foul, no card. A moment still remembered as one of football's greatest injustices. Fernando Torres felt the full force of aggression, with a challenge designed to stop him cold. Pepe made Messi's life miserable on the pitch. While Messi was down, the defender struck, twice. Unnecessary. Cruel. Unforgettable. The year was 1990. The World Cup in Italy had already delivered one of its biggest shocks, as Cameroon defeated defending champions Argentina. As the match neared its end, Argentina launched a desperate counterattack. It was stopped by a brutal foul on Claudio Caniggia. The referee had no hesitation, a straight red card. That moment became one of the most infamous fouls in World Cup history, showing how desperation can push players beyond control. A recent reminder from the modern game. Marcelo, playing for Fluminense, accidentally stepped on Luciano Sanchez during a challenge. The injury was severe. Marcelo dropped to his knees in tears as Sanchez was taken off for surgery. An accident, but with lifelong consequences. Chelsea-Liverpool derby turned ugly. Ivanovic lost control, showing just how high emotions can run. Goalkeepers usually have a small, safe zone, but sometimes they overstep, turning a simple play into disaster. City versus Liverpool.
Otamendi's fall hit Sadio Mané's knee, but the Senegalese player's foot also landed hard on Otamendi's stomach. Brutal.
Lucas Vázquez delivered a tackle as harsh as any stomp, leaving clear marks on the opponent. One of football's most infamous fouls, Luis Suarez biting Chiellini. Tried to play it off, but the damage was clear. Even Sergio Ramos got caught up, taking 2 kicks during a fierce challenge for the ball. Chaos isn't always on the field. After a penalty goal, the goalkeeper got ambushed, leading to a bizarre scramble and a yellow card. Messi took the worst of it. Ramos went straight for the knee. Reckless and relentless. Messi even got carded for shoving back. Talk about chaos. The worst foul in Ramos's career? A double hit on Nilmar, studs into the leg, and a face hit. Completely brutal. Adams wasn't so lucky. Caught head first between boot and ball. Painful and unforgiving. This incident involved a player rarely linked with brutality. The stage was the final group match of the 2018 UEFA Champions League, Bayern Munich versus Ajax. With the score level and everything at stake, tension filled the air. In the 75th minute, Thomas Müller leapt for a high ball. At the same time, Nicolas Tagliafico arrived from the opposite direction. Müller won the header, but his boot crashed straight into Tagliafico's forehead. Blood appeared instantly as Tagliafico collapsed near the touchline. Medical staff rushed on. Somehow, Tagliafico returned and finished the match. Müller was shown a straight red card. The challenge wasn't intentional, but it was dangerous, violent, and impossible to ignore. In another insane moment, a player aimed straight for Van Persie's head. Luckily, the ball blocked the worst of it. Some fouls are so dangerous that the lack of punishment feels unreal. In 1988, Rangers faced Steaua Bucharest. One reckless tackle left a player needing surgery after suffering ruptured lymph nodes, a potentially fatal injury. The referee showed only a yellow card. A moment that nearly ended a life was barely punished. Pep doesn't hesitate. Whenever he sees an opening, he goes straight for the opponent. Manchester City versus Tottenham. Fernandinho went down on Harry Kane after a header challenge. Kane didn't resist, but the hit was vicious. A keeper tried to take Messi out completely. Furious, Messi confronted him immediately. Lewandowski at Borussia Dortmund purposely stomped on Boateng. Their first meeting at Bayern must have been tense after that. Neymar got his payback after kicking the ball at an opponent. Nasri's revenge stomp in the match against City was brutal. These fouls prove football isn't just a game, it's a battlefield. One tackle, 1 second, Lives and careers changed forever. Which of these brutal moments shocked you the most?